Hey guys, we're back, and tonight we're cooking in our Gastric Sleeve Bariatric Cookbook, and we're making a spaghetti squash casserole with ground beef. So these are the ingredients. We're going to, of course, have our spaghetti squash, and we have a large onion, some minced garlic, some oregano, tomato sauce, and petite diced tomatoes. The two types of cheeses is Parmesan and mozzarella. And of course we have our lean ground beef, which is being thawed right now. Okay, so I just cut the spaghetti squash in half and I cleaned out the pulp. And now we're gonna put it onto a baking sheet face down. This was really hard to cut. And we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven on 350 for about 35 minutes. So now we're starting in on the sauce. We have added 2 teaspoons of minced garlic to our meat, and we're gonna add in our onions. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add in our tomato sauce. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and add in your diced tomatoes. So I'm gonna strain mine. Not like any watery sauce. No, thank you, ma'am. Okay. And add in your teaspoon of oregano. We're gonna mix this well. Okay, so here is our sauce. We're gonna go ahead and put this aside while we wait for our spaghetti squash to finish. Okay, just got the squash out of the oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn them over very carefully. And I'm gonna go ahead and make the spaghetti and put them into a bowl, and then we're going to start on our casserole. It's gonna be fun. Hey, I did all of this by myself, and now I'm getting a helper. It ain't easy, huh, babe?
Fun with food.
Fun with food. Our book says that the prep time is 10 minutes, but honey, it has been at least 30 minutes. The prep time in our book is sometimes super off. You guys just be prepared. It's probably going to get faster as you start making these recipes and they become second nature, but honey, this is a labor of love. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and layer our casserole. The first layer is going to be with the sauce, the meat sauce. We're just going to evenly layer that on the bottom. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and fill half of our spaghetti squash on top of our first layer. So, all the spaghetti squash. Okay, so it's a second layer of meat. And yes, we're running out of meat. I definitely would recommend getting 2 pounds of ground beef just to play it on the safe side, or use a smaller pan. We're gonna go ahead and add our 2 cheeses. We have the mozzarella and the shredded Parmesan on top. We actually had to freshly grate more mozzarella since we ran out of our bagged one. So this is gonna be even more yummy. Adding the Parmesan. Let's do this. We getting hungry. And we're gonna go ahead and cover this with foil. Put it in the oven for 30 minutes. Take the foil out for another 10, and boom, hopefully eat it. Okay, so we just removed the foil, and now we're gonna go ahead and pop it back in for about 10 more minutes so that it can get brown on top and get nice and cheesy and crispy. All right, guys, so this is the final result of our spaghetti squash casserole with ground beef. It smells absolutely delicious. It took a really long time, and we're excited to try it. So excited to try this. Okay, let's try it. Well, we might have our first thumbs down. You guys, this is completely unexpected. It's for the amount of time that was poured into this, it was not as good as I would think it would be or hope it would be. But I'm really glad that I did try it because, you know, now I feel like I could master a spaghetti squash easily. So there you have it. Babe, what did you think about it?
If you add more sauce and meat, I think this would be really bomb. It's good. I said it's not bad. It's good.
Not bad. Actually, after really getting into this and having a bite further than just like the bite at the top, which is like kind of the crispy, tasteless layer, it's not bad. And, you know, I was a little bit hangry, but it's still a ton of work, you guys. It is. It really is. So you need like a little break afterwards. Make sure you're not doing anything. Once again, you guys can find this recipe in our Gastric Sleeve Cookbook on page 152. Enjoy!